Hey, good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. We are going to develop a course management power platform solution together. I am so excited to bring you this session. Let's get started. Following are the steps to create the course management app. First, we'll go to make.powerapps.com. In this, we'll make sure we are in this environments because Power Platform comes with different environments. We'll make sure we create this solution or app in the right environment. Once we are in this environment, Microsoft recommends or the best practice is first create a solution, SIS360. Inside the solution, we'll create the tables, Dataverse tables. In this blog post, this is my blog. In this blog post, I already laid down the Dataverse tables that are required for this course management app. We'll follow this blog post and refer the table names and column names, and we will create the tables. Once we create the tables, we'll go ahead and create the model driven app. As you know, in the Power Apps, there are two types of apps, Canvas app and model driven app. This course management app is going to be a model driven app. In this app, we will add forms and views. We'll save and publish. Play the app is nothing but just running the app. Let's go to make.powerapps.com. I went to the new browser. I pasted that URL, brings me to this Power Platform. Here you can see there are different links and different options. Let's focus on building the course management app. Just follow the instructions that what I'm doing. Just if you have any questions, pause and play back, or you can comment or send an email to me. I will respond back. This is how we can check the environment. There are different environments we want to create in the SIS360 dev environment. Looks like we are in the right environment. Double click on it, that window will be disappeared. Now let's go and create a solution. Right now, these are the available default solutions, right? We want to create a new solution. Let's focus on creating a solution. Click on the new solution and select SIS360. You can type if it is not available for you, SIS360 space solution. This is the name without spaces. Here in the publisher, you can select SIS360 publisher. If you don't have, you can go ahead and create the publisher. These are the steps to create the publisher. You can give the name SIS360 publisher. For our purpose, I will try already that publisher is available, but I will create it as a new for you guys to know what we are doing. Here, specify that this is a publisher, right? New publisher used for course management app. This prefix is very important. Already, I created SIS 360 prefix. We are going to use that for your reference. This prefix is important. The reason is all the tables or objects that you create in the solution are going to be prefixed with this. This is a new one, so I call it as V1. This is just to demonstrate to you that how we are going to create a new publisher. Once you create a new publisher, what it says is here we cannot have a hyphen. So let's remove the hyphen and not in the display name, but here in the actual name. So we click the save button. What it does is it might have created a new publisher, right? See, but we are going to pick the publisher which is having SIS360 as a prefix. Once you select this publisher and the name is SIS360 solution, just click on create. Microsoft takes some time to create this, maybe 30 seconds to a minute to create this solution. Boom, this solution is created. Let's go back to the solution. We'll go back again into the SIS360 solution. See here, congratulations, we are able to successfully create the SIS360 solution in the dev environment. it specifies the publisher name also. I selected this publisher. Let's get into this solution and let's explore what are the different options. In this solution, you can see on the left hand side, right? Let's start here. This is a Power Apps, Power Platform, right? Make.powerapps.com. And here there is an overview. Here you can see the information, SIS360 solution and the publisher name. This is unmanaged solution. What are the different objects? These are the objects. Is there any history? We don't have any history, right? And pipelines. This is for CI/CD, which is out of scope of this creating a course management. But let's focus on creating our tables, right? What we discussed, we are able to complete this solution. Now let's focus on creating the Dataverse tables. Let's pick this URL. Let's go. I'm creating one more tab and enter the information. Boom. Here, the course management solution data model. Broadly, we have 5 tables that we are going to create in the course management. First table is courses. Second one is instructor, students, enrollment, course schedules. These are the corresponding columns. Let me take this to my different screen and let's focus on the area where we are actually creating the solution. What we want to create now, we want to create the tables. Let's click on the tables. I will explain all these things later, but let's focus, let's follow our plan. Let's create a new table. Let's select table advanced properties. You can ignore these two. Let's go and select this one, table. I'm just going to follow the table name and the column names that was outlined in my blog. I'm just moving that screen another place. Let's select the course as the table name. See here, when we enter the name of the table, right? This is a new table. Automatically S is added to that, right? That's a plural course. Here you can see the publisher had SIS360, so that came as a prefix. This is the course. Let's focus only on this. Rest of the sections are advanced, but as this is the beginners session, let's focus on just creating the table name. It's always best practice to give the description. When you are creating it, it becomes easy. Here, we need to select the primary key, primary column. So the blog post, I specified it as a course ID. Here you can see again the suffix is this. We say business required. This is a primary key column. Let's see what it says. Failed to create the entity logical name, codes and object exception. What it is saying is this codes ID, that is correct. This what happens is when we create any table, right? Codes table, Microsoft defaultly creates this codes ID column. So we cannot, that is a GUID. GUID stands for global unique identifier. So we cannot use that name. That will be used by Microsoft to keep track of the table uniqueness. So this ID column is, we will create an ID column. This ID column is used for user friendly primary key. We call it user friendly primary column. Okay. Let's try now what happens. Boom, we are able to create this table successfully. Just, yeah, here you can see the table name, the Microsoft Power Platform. Under solution, we created our first table. Here you can see the properties of the table. Primary column is ID. Here in the schema wise, you can see what are the columns, what is the relationships, what are the keys, forms, views, charts, dashboards. As you can see, Microsoft, when we create a new table, it automatically created all these sections for us, right? Now let's focus back, try to go ahead and create the table completely rather than exploring other aspects. We'll explore other aspects in subsequent videos, but the primary focus is here, creating the course management app first version, right? This is the ID column that we created as a primary key column. Let's go ahead and change this to auto number. What we can do is we can give any prefix to the course. We say course and assume that we'll have some, you know, 12 digits. We will have a lot of courses. So I want to make sure we will have total 12 digits and we will start with 100. So automatic auto number, what it does is whenever a new record is created, this Microsoft Power Platform will create a number automatically for us in the background. No need for us to write any code or anything. Microsoft does this for us. Let's save this. So we created the table and we created the ID column as a primary column. Now we came and we changed this primary column to auto number. Now let's add some more columns to this course table as outlined in the blog post. Title, say title, let's keep it optional. Created title column. Let's create another column called description. Say course description, right? Course description. Let's create credits. This is another column. Generally, for any course, we'll have a course credits. 1 credit or 5 credits means in the schools or colleges we'll have the credit. So let's have the credit. Let's apply the credit. Say this is a number, whole number, and we'll add course level. What type of course it is. We will do a different data type called choice. Means we will say that this level can be a beginner level. Already I entered the information. If you don't see, please enter that information. Beginner level, intermediate level, we'll add 3 levels, advanced. As I said, just ignore other columns, just pick whatever you are being shown or what I am doing. Our goal is to create a course management app. If we start exploring other options, we this video will be long and also it takes long time for us to create this app. Our goal is first we create this app, then it becomes easy for us to go and expand the advanced concepts. Okay, please be focused on what I am doing. Just follow that. Saved it. And now add one more column called category. Course category. And this is also of type choice. Choice means yes or no, or we can select this choice. Here I am selecting no, and the choice what we can enter is what type of course this is. Arts course or science course. It could be business course. You can enter any information here. You can see science or technology and save. So we are done creating this course table. Let's go and click on this and see. There are bunch of other columns that Microsoft already added, the Power Platform Dataverse added for us. Click on other one more time on the columns. Here you can see this ID column, we created it, we created all these columns, right? ID column, level column, category column, all these columns exist. Rest of other columns are used by Microsoft for administration purpose. For us, just focus on what we added. As I said in my blog post, you will have that information. Let's go and add one more table. We added the course table. Let's add course schedule table. Already when I enter the information, you can see the plural. Here all this information is populated. We are ignoring all this information for now. Here we are also going to have a ID. It's a business required and 100. Let's save this. We are creating a new table named course schedule. Boom, the table is created. In the course schedule, let's add, first let's go to the ID and change it to the schedule also auto number, and say add a prefix schedule, 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 let's say same thing, right? 12, and let's see, it also starts with, here you can observe the prefix will be here, the course schedule ID column will be like this, 100, 100, like this. Let's save this. In the course schedule, let's add the schedule name, text optional. Let's add course generally start date and date, right? We'll have a start date of data type date, date and time, save. Start time will have a end time, end date, start date, end date of data type here also, date time. We'll add a location where the course is located. Is it online or is it in person? We can select the data type, or we can just have a free form, right? Say location. Better to add the description also. Best practices to add the description. Recurrences. Here we can have a choice option. We can say choice time. No. Okay. Here we say daily, weekly, monthly. This comes as a drop down. We can see all this information once we are done. Every course need to be associated with a course schedule, need to be associated with a course. Let's call course ID. Here there is a data type called lookup. Here we can specify the table name where this schedule, course schedule refers to. It refers to the course, means for every course we will have one course schedule. This is what it means. Here you can see there is a relationship. Automatically Microsoft, Dataverse build it, build it for us. This given low code, no code platform, we just need to specify the lookup name. In the background, Microsoft will link this course with course schedule. So now we are able to successfully create two tables. Let's go ahead and create rest of other three tables. What are the other three tables? One is student, instructor, and enrollment. Let's create a student table or instructor table. What do you guys think? Let's create a student table. Let's pick student table. Make sure all this information prefix is correct and primary key. Here also we specify ID. This is a student ID information. Let's save it. Here we should see the student table. Good. Let's go ahead and pick the ID and change the data type to auto number and say student. Maximum number of digits. Assume that we will have lots of students. We start with 100 student also. So let's start with 100. We'll have a simple app. We will in this demo as we go forward, we can improve this course management app. But for our first demo purpose, let's make it simple, right? Instead of having first name, last name, let's have a name, student name. Make sure we have the right prefix, right? Student name. Let's add a few more columns, right? We say email, student email, and here the data type. There is a data type called email in the Dataverse that automatically checks and validates it. So it's good we pick the data type. So let's pick this student email data type. Let's create one more column, phone, student phone, and there is a data type called phone. Let's explore this phone number data type. Make sure we are here, and the next information is I'll add one more column. This and one more column is enrollment status. And let's have this enrollment status as active, inactive. It can be useful. You know the data type. It's a choice data type. Here we select no, and here we select active. There are different ways we can do that, but let's stick to inactive the way I am approaching so that we will learn the basics. Then we can go to the advanced. Graduated. Okay, we created enrollment status column. Just add one more column called register date. It's of type date time. So when actually student registered, not into the course, but into this application. Let's have this as a date time. Let's save this. So we are almost there. We are able to create this student column. Let's create the instructor column. Not instructor column. We need to create a instructor table, right? That's correct. Let's go ahead and create a instructor table. Here the primary key is ID. Just make sure we are in the right place. SIS360, let's create. Just quick review what we are trying to do here. Here you can see we created courses table, students table. Here you can see course table we created. We created the course schedule table, student table we created. Now we are creating instructor table. Once that is done, enrollment table. Just hold on. we created this instructor ID. Now let's go and create instructor name, email, phone number, specialization, and assignments codes. Right? Instructor table, let's go into the columns. Let's create a column called name, subtype. Generally, always it's a best practice to do that, but for our demo purpose, I'm rushing fast so that now we'll go to the good part of creating the application, right? Now we are here still creating the Dataverse tables. So here we pick email, simple email, and we can pick another column called phone. Phone number is the default data type. Here you can see it's a required, business required or optional. I am selecting most of the columns are optional. I'm not changing them. So for our demo purpose, right? First version of the demo, we want to add that information. So email, phone, we say specialization means where this person, this instructor is specialized in. So when we want to do that, we'll go to the choice data type. In the choice data type, we say arts, we say science, we add one more technology, we say business. So this instructor is, we are providing four options as of now. Now comes the another lookup we call course ID. So which codes this instructor is going to teach? You might have guessed correctly. We want to have this as a lookup column that points to lookup. We'll make it as optional. When we are registering a new instructor, let us say you want to say, you want to be an instructor and not yet decided, you want to just register it. So we are making it optional, means when the use any person using this application, no need to enter this or select any specialization during the creation of a new student. That's it. So we are done with how many tables? Four tables. One, two, three, four. And the last table is remaining for us that we are going to create right now. The table name is course schedule. I think course schedule created. The last table is enrollment because we want to enroll, right? So the enrollments, this is enrollment, student enrollment, right? The column is ID. So let's save this. Enrollment ID is going to be our primary key. Let's go to the columns. Did we change this for the instructor? Let's go and check whether did we change this ID to the auto number. We didn't change. Let's go ahead and change this instructor. Say 12 and we'll start with 100. That means this is a user-friendly ID that we are going to see for every instructor, means ID number for the instructor. As you can see, I'm not saving any information. As soon as I create it, automatically all this information is saved, right? We created the enrollment table. Let's go to the enrollment columns and make sure here also we change it to the auto number, right? This is enroll. Here also for consistency, let's have everything maximum length 12 and set value which starts with 100, right? Okay, now let's add column for this enrollment. Generally, who will be enrolled? Students. So we need a student ID. So how do we do this? By having a relationship with student table, right? How we do that? We select the data type lookup and related table as student and save. So in this enrollment, we added the ID and student ID. Who else will be there along with the student ID? Course, right? Student will be registered to a course, not to a instructor. So enrollment, during the enrollment, generally what happens is student will enroll into the course will be associated, instructor will be associated with the course. So now we want to have a course ID. Now by this time, how do we do that? Data type has to be lookup. If you guessed it, that's correct. And the table name is, as you can see, we are going to create a course, right? The lookup table name is course. And what more we need? We need date of registration, right? Enrollment. Say this is in the enrollment only, right? So enrollment date. Did I spell wrongly? Enrollment, yes. Enrollment date. Data type is date time. There are also in the date time two data types, date time and date only. Let's select the date time. This is also an optional. So during the registration, what we can say in the enrollment table is whether the student is registered, waitlisted, dropped, or completed. Let's have a status column, right? Enrollment status column. Of data type, if you guessed it, that's great. Of type choice, we select here no, and here we can have options like registered, waitlisted. Assume that our course is so popular, a lot of people wants to register, so we have that option. And few people are dropping out because they got jobs or they are doing some other thing, so we have that. And completed status, people are able to enroll, waitlisted, dropped, and completed. Okay, looks like we're almost done or done with creating the tables, right? We're able to, just to quickly wrap up, in the solution app we are able to create 5 tables: course, course schedule, enrollment, instructor, and student. Let's go back to our presentation and see where we are at in terms of creating this course management app. We created a solution, we created all the tables. Now we need to create a model driven app, course management model driven app. Let's select this. Okay, here you can see app section, right? We completed creating the tables. Let's create the app. Let's select the new. Here there is app. Here you can see there are broadly 3 types. Here you can see a small line also, right? Apps are 2 types: canvas app and model driven app. There is a concept called power pages that we are not going to do as a part of this video, but in subsequent videos I want to do all these things. But for our context, let's focus on creating course management model driven app. Click here. There is a window that popped up asking us to create the course management name of the app. We call it course management application. Let's stick to the basics and say create. Wow, so this course management app created so fast, right? Now on this screen, the course management app is created. Let's go back quickly because we didn't add anything, right? Let's see here what is being listed. Course management app is listed. This is of type model driven. It is not managed. We created it 27 seconds back. It's beautiful. Now let's go into the course management app, right? As per our plan, we created the app. Now we need to add forms. Let's go inside the app and let's add forms or pages. How do we add? We will add pages based on the Dataverse table. First, let's add course table because that's the first table that we created. Show in the navigation. Let's select that. Boom, we are able to create a course page in the course management app. It gave us information about ID course. There are some buttons like new. It contains only two, though we have so many other columns, right? We added a lot of columns. Let's go ahead, but let's start with these courses. Let's go ahead and add the columns that we already created. When I clicked on this pencil button, it says it opens in the edit mode. But before we go to edit mode, first let us save this information because we added a page, right? We added a page. Let's save the page. Now the page is saved. It contains only ID and created on. We don't have other columns. What are the different columns that we created? We created, let's bring back. We created title, description, credits, levels, and category schedule, right? Let's go to the edit mode by pressing that information. Here you can see we have all other columns, but only two columns are listed. Let's remove this created on column. We have ID. Let's add title of the course. What are the other columns? Category, credits, level. Is there any other column that you can see? For now, this should be good enough, right? What is the title? There is a description. Yes, description. Let's move. This is so easy, drag and drop, right? When you create a form, no need to write any code. We just go and drag and drop the columns. It's able to create. Let's click on save and publish. Here you can see active courses, right? Sorted by ID. Here there is an option for us to sort this information by clicking. Boom, we are able to save this. Now let's go back. In the courses, we can see all this information now. When we try to create a new, we are presented with only ID and owner. Let's go back and fix this information also. How do we do that? Go and hover over course form. This is, you can see there is a difference. This is a view, right? View means number of records it shows. Form means you can enter the information. As of now, the screen is allowing us or enabling us to enter only ID. Let's add other columns. This is as simple as this, right? The ID column, this is auto generated anyway. What are the different columns? Title, you can see here title, description. You can move all these things around also. Let's take ID I want to move because it's auto generated. In fact, you know what? I want to hide this because anyway we are not going to input that information. And this one also I want to hide this. Okay, let's have title, description, level, category, credits. What else? Looks like we entered all the information, right? Title, description, we have level, category, and credits. Let's save this and publish this information. If I'm going too fast or too slow, you can adjust the YouTube speed so that you can everybody will have a different pace of working and observing the information. So yeah, if still you have any questions, please feel free to drop a note or send an email. So broadly, we created a course view and course form, right? The course form looks like this. course view looks like this. Let's do one thing. Let's publish it. By publishing this information and say, let's say play. Let's see what happens. Here you can see it opened a new tab. Let's click on the new. Let's create a new course. Let's say Power Platform Basics. That's what we are doing, right? Basics with the Dataverse tables, model-driven app. That is what we are going to teach, right? This model-driven app and forms model-driven app contains forms and quiz. What is the level? You remember we created a choice option when we are defining the database table. This is how it appears for the user. And category is also a choice, right? This is how. This is just a number. Here we can enter this. And let's say save and close. Boom. This is how it appears here. And the user clicks on it, they can go, they can update this information, they can select a different option and save and close. That reflects right away. Is it so cool? Congratulations. You are able to create your first form for the course table, a view form, and also a user input form. Let's go ahead and hey, why is it group? Let's change this to the name of this group to course GMT. Let's save this. Similarly, let's go ahead and add another other pages for our apps. Course, student. Let's go and do the similar thing. Oh, we need to save. We can do that here. Remove this information. You know by this time how to do. Email, enrollment status, name, phone number, register date. We can drag drop however you want. Enrollment status, save and publish. So we are able to successfully modify the view of the student table. Let's go back and see here student already appeared and click on the student view. Here you can see our information for the view. Let's update the form for the students. Let's click, let's save this. You know how to do that. There is one more information that I can show. When you select here and click on the element or attribute that appears below that, right? So we selected email, select the enrollment date, name, phone, register date. As you know, we are going to hide this ID and oh, it hided the complete block. Let's select only the ID and hide it. Let's select only the owner and hide the owner. If you select the complete element, it will hide the complete element. If you are not sure, you can use this unhide. This is going to be helpful for you. I was when I was learning, I had difficulty to know which one are hidden and how to see that. So you can use this simple thing, right? Now say unhide, it shows us the information. Okay, enough of playing with that, and looks like our new student form is also ready. Let's save and publish the form. Let's go back and say one more time. We entered the course information, right? Let's enter student information. Let's go ahead and enter the email ID. Oh man, Why is it in different order? Because we didn't move it. Let's go ahead and adjust this information. Yeah. Name, email ID, phone, registration date will come before the enrollment status. Now save and publish. Let's go back and add a new student and let's see how that appears for us. Let's go to the students. Let's click on the student and as you can, student name is say John Rhodes. Phone number, just leave it. Oh, this is the email ID. Okay. So we say John at test.com. As you can see, enter a valid email ID. That's good, right? It triggered that information. So the email need to be in this format. Phone number, just ignore the phone number and let's see how this calendar. Look at this. The calendar is so beautiful. It's able to show us date, time. We can pick the dates and date and time. Let's keep this control like this. And uh, enrollment status. As you remember, this is like a choice. We say it's an active student and save and close. Here we didn't enter any ID. The Dataverse or Microsoft created ID for us. If you want to go, you can double click on it, go back, or you can select it and say edit. It can take us back. So similarly, now we created for two tables, we created views and forms. Let's do the same thing for other tables. What are the other tables? Instructor, instructor table. I'll go a little fast given we know how this works. Save. If you want to go slow, please use the YouTube button. Owner, phone, specialization. Let's drag this ID name, course ID. Okay, we want to have that before, say before specialization. Let's have this email and all these things. Let's align like this. Okay, now on save and publish. So we are on the instructor view form. Now let's go back. Let's see how the instructor view form looks. Here you can see code students, instructor form looks like this. Let's look, that's a view. Let's look at the form. Form looks like this. Let's go ahead and change this, save and continue. Let's go to this instructor form and click on this ID where we want to add the information, email, select the phone number, course ID, specialization, and let's move this ID to the bottom and make sure we select it and hide this ID, hide the owner, name, email, phone number, course specialization, course ID. Yeah, this is what we want to do. Save and publish. Here you can see you can ignore this. We are not entering this information. What it says is here, this talks about the tabs, right? This is general tab, that kind of information. These are little advanced concept. We will talk about all these things and we can enhance these features, like I said in subsequent videos. But for us, the focus is just create the app. Looks like we are halfway, more than halfway into it. Let's click on the form. Looks like the form is looking good. Let's go and save this and say let's create a instructor. Instructor. I give my name. Okay, my name and contact sfsupport 247.com. This is my blog, my YouTube channel. Just ignore this specialization. As you know, we have this choice data type, so it's able to appear. Look at this. This course, this is the first time we are having a lookup that we are looking up, right? When I click on it, here I see course ID, but I don't see any information, right? I don't see course name. So how do we get the course name? As a user, when they are entering the information, want to get the course name. How do we do that? There is a way we can do that, but do we want to do it right now? Let's do that. Right now it is appearing only, it displays as only the uh, course ID. We don't know what is the course name, right? I saved and published. It is taking time to go and roll it out. Let's refresh it. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it won't. We have to wait. Yep. Let's go back to course, right? We didn't hit the save button. I think we can hit the save button. Let's do this. Save contact at support 47. Phone number ignore, and here we say technology. Yeah, this is, when I clicked here, it shows only type the information, means it is expecting us to know that. Otherwise, what you can see, you can click on this, it shows us the existing courses. The problem that we faced is we know the course ID, it is displaying the date and time when the course is created, but I want the course name. Let's do one thing. Let's save this and close, right? Here we don't have the course information. We have the course ID, but not the course name. We want to have the course name. So how to do that? Okay, let's go back. For that, we need to go back, or we will go back later. What do you guys suggest? Let's go back and fix it so that you guys know what we are doing and how to fix that. Let's go back to the solution. I came very quickly. First, I went to the home, go to the solution, and go to our tables. Which table? The course information, right? Click on the course, click on the views. In the views, there is a lookup view, right? Click on the lookup view. This is also same. Remove it and add the title and save and publish. So what we are trying to do is, for the lookup view, we went inside the lookup view, we added the title, we saved and published. How to find that lookup view? We need to go to the table and click on this view, right? That's how we went to the lookup view and we updated. Now let's go back to our app. How to reach our app? Inside the solution, there is app section. In the app section, go and select our app. Luckily, we have only one app, right? Let's click on the form. That's where we want to see, right? We want to add. We already changed it. Let's see how it appears. Now, you see here below the course ID, we can see the name of the course. We want to check. 100 is Power Platform Basics course. Let's go and check. 100 is Power Platform Basics course. Good job, guys. We are progressing well. We are not only learning the basics, little medium complexity also we are learning. Right? Now save and close. Now do the same thing for our other aspects of it, like the tables. Now what are the tables remaining? We have instructor, course schedules, and enrollment. Right? Let's go to course schedule. Here the same. We can click on the edit of the course schedule. We can go and add the columns that what we want to see. You can say course ID, end date, location, name, recurrence, start date, whatever we want. We can add that information here, course ID, start date, right? And then we can save and publish. This is the course schedule view. We need to do the same similar thing for course schedule form also, right? Here you can see there are view and forms. We are able to do it for the course schedule view. Now let's go ahead and edit the course schedule. form. Add course ID, end date, location, name, recurrence, start date. Now let's move this ID to the bottom of this, and we can select this and hide both owner also. And now let's focus on this is a course schedule, right? First we need to select the course, start date. What is the first? Let's start with the course name, course ID, start date, location, recurrence. Makes sense, right? Let's save and publish this course schedule also. Let's go back, and I think we added an instructor already, right? Yes. Let's go to this course schedule. Let's add a schedule. Course name, course schedule name, Power Platform, online batch 21. What is the course? You can click here. You can see the course because we edited. Say it starts from Monday and it ends say December 31st. Who wants to work on December 31st? Let's say 27th. And course location, we say online. Say this is a daily course. Save and close this. Here, Microsoft Dataverse already generated, Power Platform generated the ID for us. Double click on it, you can go and see all the information. Great going, guys. We completed 4 tables. There is one more table that is important table called enrollment. That is remaining. Let's enroll. This is the last table, and here you can see we need to do the similar thing like update the view. Click on the edit on this pencil icon, save and continue. Think let's remove this and let's add course ID, enrollment date, enrollment status, student. That's it, right? Course ID, enrollment date, status, and student ID. Let's say course ID, student ID, enrollment date. Okay, I'm saving and publishing it. We updated the enrollment view. Let's go back. Let's see whether the enrollment view, how it appears. Yes, it is looking good. Let's go and see. Yep, we need to update the enrollment form. Let's go. The enrollment form. I'm sure by this time you are so used to it. Course ID, enrollment date, status, and student ID. So we are dragging and dropping the ID column to the bottom. Course ID, we start with the course ID, then student ID, and we are going to hide the owner and ID columns when we are creating, because the ID column will be automatically generated by our platform for us. Now this enrollment new form contains user inputs for use course ID, student ID, enrollment date, and enrollment status. We saved and published. Let's go back. Let's save one more time. Click on the enrollments. Click on the new. Let's click on the hourglass. We can see here course ID. For student ID, we see only this information. For you, the lab or homework is, can you guys try to go ahead and change the student ID lookup so that here I want to see the student name, like how we see the course name here, uh, how we see the course name here below the course ID. I want to see the student ID. Can you take it as a homework for you guys and do that? That will be great for you to have that kind of a use case. If you have issues to do that, go and replay this video. If you still unable to do that, ping me, I can help you. Enrollment date right now, man. We want to enroll right now. What is the time here? Oh man, it's at 10 p.m. in Eastern Michigan, Eastern time zone in Michigan. I live in Michigan, so today the user registered and we have to save and close. We're able to successfully save and close. Look at this. As a team, thanks for spending your time. We are able to create this. All the forms for all these 5 tables. Let's publish this and let's play. There you go. We are able to see course management, courses, student, the information that what we entered appears here, instructor, courses, enrollment. Wow, it's great job, guys. Thanks for holding on and able to complete this course management app. So just to wrap it up, what we did, let's go back. We came to make.powerapps.com. We made sure the environment is dev environment and we clicked on the solutions and we created SIS360 solution. The solution, first we created all these 5 tables along with the columns. Then we went ahead and created the app, course management app. In this app, we are able to add the views and forms for all the 5 tables and able to play, right? We are able to play here. When you click on the app here, you can see the play. You are able to play. Here also you can go ahead and add if you want. You can add a course. You can add a course. Say Microsoft Copilot course that planning to do, or add a next version Copilot with AI agents. It's advanced and categories technology credits are 10 credits. Let's say that. Or we can go and add a Copilot agent for this app itself, right? Just as you can see, we are within an hour, we are able to create a solution with the course management app. Let's go back and revisit where we are at, all right? Wow, we created the model driven app, we added the forms, we saved and published, and we are able to play, right? We are able to play. Congratulations and thanks for sticking with me. And if you can subscribe, that will be great. And this is a smart future agent we are going to work and create. Thank you once again for your time. Looking forward to see you in my next video. Bye for now.